area, and that's gonna help with quite a bit of that. The drainage out there and the sewer and all, because we talk about plug and play, all the time. West Broad Street sewer. West Broad Street sewer area for us is that gateway into Forney on the west side of town. You know where Dean Implement is, Holmesley's Nursery, and there's also one, I'm gonna share this with you, Emergicon is out there in Miss Carter's buildings, her office buildings out there. Emergicon is the business that moved to Forney 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago from Gun Barrel City. They had 50 employees on a septic tank. Not a good thing. They remind me of that from time to time when I have conversation with them. Warren, where I said, guys, hang in there. We're working on some plan to help you out here. So we have some data on that for the West Broad Street area. Richard Dormeyer has been very helpful on that, about how could we serve that area. The EDC is aware of it. They've been briefed on it. We want to be a willing partner on that, bringing EDC funds. The one other big partner we have out there will be the gentleman, Mr. DeZopoulos, who owns what we call Liberty Hill. That's the common term around here. Many of you know Liberty Hill in that area. It's 27 acres. It's 27 acres of property right there. It is the gateway into Forney coming from that direction. And it's sitting there, it's just fallow. It needs sanitary sewer to make that happen. And we know that we have interest on the north side of 80. Many of you know where Mr. Crenshaw's house is, the big white house on the north side of 80. There's 69 acres that wrap around back behind that house. There's interest on developing that 69 acres. They do not have sanitary sewer capacity over there. The sanitary sewer that's there is at capacity. So they would have to come under US 80 to get to our side of the road on the Broad Street side where we're talking about West Broad sewer for them to get sanitary sewer. So there's a lot of moving parts out there. We want to be part of that solution. We want to work with you to try to figure that out. How do we do that? How do we make all that work out there? It is kind of that entry into Forney. They're redoing the frontage roads, cleaning all that area up. Lady Liberty was there. Will be put back out there somewhere. We want a nice gateway entrance into Forney, and this could help us get to that point. We have some great businesses out there. Holmesley's Nursery, Dean Implement's adding on. I think many of you know that. He's adding a new building, and also there's some really good things going on in that part of town. We want to be part of that and help out. Forney Marketplace, we talked about Gateway. I know there's been a lot of discussion lately on Gateway and what's going on out there. Gateway is another area, especially on the south side of the industrial area, where we need to improve the sewer infrastructure. We have the water there, as I understand from Mr. Dormeyer. That's the main feed from Lake Tawakoni. It comes right down the railroad tracks. I think it's 30-inch line away. It's huge. There's a lot of water. Now, you have to have the infrastructure to distribute that water. I mean, that's a main feed line, but it's there. That's one thing a lot of cities can't say. A lot of cities in America don't have the kind of water capacity we have in Forney. We got a good thing there, okay? Don't want to exploit it too much. We want to be prudent about that, but we do have good water. And we work with North Texas, so we have sanitary sewer capacity. So we've got two of the key things. The other thing we need to work on in Gateway is electric. We talked to Encore about that, but to get heavy power to that area for like a data center or another heavy user, it's not feasible to come from the west side of Forney. It's just too much in the way. We've got a main feed coming in on the west side to the power plant. That's a lot of stuff in the way, guys, to get it from there out, clear out the gateway. It's easier to go through Terrell. There's a 138 kV line in Terrell, and there's one property owner between the power line and gateway, one. And it's about 4.5 miles that they own right there. That's Anthony Properties. And you know it as Los Lomas. Many of you have seen the maps. I know the guys from Los Lomas. I've talked to Frank Nutrino many times. He's amenable to that. The issue is, Encore says, Warren, we really just don't build power lines unless we have an end user. So they're not in the habit of just building a power line because they think we're nice guys and they want to build this nice big fancy power line. We need to bring them an end user. So we've got some moving parts right there, but I think we can nail some of that down with them as we talk about that. So it's water, sewer, power.